Good morning. This is Wendy Henley with the Bedford Area Chamber Vibes coming at you with Woody Watts Creative Studio. And we have a fabulous guest this morning. I am so honored to meet her and to talk with her about entrepreneurship, how it all got started, and wineries, everything winery. And so I am going to introduce to you Genny Luedtke. Welcome, Genny.
Thanks for having me here today, Wendy.
Thank you for coming. Oh my word. I have heard so much about it, and I need to come out.
You absolutely do.
To your winery and just sit and enjoy the beauty and some wine and just take it all in, because what a great way to just enjoy what we have here. Everything that Virginia and this area offers is at your winery, right?
It is indeed.
Well, so you are co-owner of Fables and Feathers Winery, local winery and brewery, and you also have an event center. And you guys when did you open?
We opened our tasting room in May of 2021, so we actually just had our year anniversary party where we were celebrating that we survived our first year, and it was a really good time. So
yes, you did survive, man, because all right, you bought the farm and the whole area, the winery, in 2020? Is
yes,
that right?
November of 2020, we bought the formerly White Rock Winery. It was not operating as a winery at the time, but all our vineyards were established and we had the equipment ready to go to reopen.
So let's go back a little bit. So what drew you to buy a winery in Virginia?
So we are originally from Illinois. So the adventure really started as a escape from the winter. We were trying to needed a break from the very long cold winter, and started looking for just alternate places to live. And then the family found a winery for sale, and that kind of got the ball rolling, thinking we could do this as a family. My father-in-law, Tom, was retiring. So we, kind of pushed him into, hey, your retirement could be working really hard at this winery, living the dream. And we narrowed it down to, if you're too far north, you can't grow the kinds of grapes we want. And if you're too far south, you're growing muscadine, which none of us like. California is way outside of our budget. And Virginia is just, a perfect match for our family values. And the climate is amazing. I really enjoyed last winter when it was not cold.
So moderate. I'm so grateful. Yeah, we only have about 6-8 weeks of winter,
It's much more manageable.
Yeah. Yeah. So you bought this winery in 2020 during the COVID year, but then you developed it and you opened it up in May 2021. And now it's been a year. You're going great. And I'm just excited, and I've heard nothing but great things. You guys have been wonderful to us at the chamber and really promoting everything that you have there. But I just, like I said, just need to come out and enjoy it all. And so it's you and your husband, Adam, and your parents-in-laws, and you jumped headfirst in the world of winery ownership. I'm telling you, that was a big leap. And so you're loving Virginia.
We are. We're loving it very much.
Yes, that's great. So we're going to talk about a little bit about the Gauntlet program that you did, but let's go into the roles of the family, each family member. So what exactly? Now I know you do it all.
I'm kind of the jack of all trades, filling in wherever we need. So right now, my husband and my mother-in-law both work full-time. So they are, available on the weekends. My mother-in-law helps a ton, watching my kids, because I have a 2.5-year-old and a 5-year-old that are not helpful at all.
Not helpful yet, right? Later,
but they're very enthusiastic about, running around in the vines. But so sure. Pam, my mother-in-law, really is like the master organizer, keeps us all on track. She does all our ordering to get us bottles, corks, all that kind of thing that we need. And my husband is an accountant, so conveniently, when we have to do any of the accounting and keeping track of our money, like, he knows exactly what's going on with that. He's pricing out, how much do you sell a bottle of wine for? I don't know. I would be like, I buy $7 at the grocery store. So he does all of that. And then he does a lot on the weekends. I mean, he never gets a day off, but he works the tasting room. goes out and mows the 18 acres need to be mowed all the time.
Right. That's a big job.
Yeah. And then Tom is he had the slight background in winemaking. So he was doing the hobby winemaking in the basement. So he at least knew the process in small batches. So he has taken that and translated into, winemaking on a larger scale. He makes our beer. He is in charge of the vineyards. He does all the vineyard labor except what he can, have me do. And he also works, and we all work in the tasting room. I mean, come on, somebody's got to pour the wine and beer.
You got to do it. Yes.
And just all the maintenance, all the farm work that comes with being in the winery. And then I do social media. I do the event planning. I do all the art for the labels and everything. I run our paint nights.
Oh, that's the night I need to come.
Yes, paint night's really fun. It takes zero artistic skill. I keep telling everybody it is just fun. If you have no artistic skill, you just drink more wine.
There you go.
And it comes.
And
it's fine.
Just like do finger paints, right?
Yes.
And just come up with something really
We've got,
beautiful.
Not this Friday, but next Friday, we have the mystery paint. So it's going to be a little more hands-on, a little bit more, think Jackson Pollock, splattery. We'll be outside, weather permitting, we're going to make a mess. But
now, what night is this again? Say that again.
Friday, July 15th.
Okay.
So
next Friday.
Up. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. Got plenty of spots available. They tend to fill up in the last week.
So you register on your website?
Yep. On Facebook, there's a link. Or you can call the winery. Or if you're in the winery, just tell us. We'll put you on the list.
So if you are looking for something new and different and exciting, you want to go to Fables and Feathers social media and sign up on their Facebook for one of these paint nights. Ooh, fun. It's free. So no,
the paint night is $30. It includes all of your supplies. You take your painting home with you and your first glass of wine or beer or cider or slushies. The slushies are really popular on paint nights.
Especially this time of year too.
Yes.
So that's a great price. Now do you have a sample? Is there like a sample drawing? I know these
I do usually. I post the painting we're doing, but since this one's the mystery one,
mystery painting.
This one I have a blank canvas displayed at the winery that I'm like, you don't know what we're up to, but it'll be fun. I promise.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. All right, and so that's exciting. I'm gonna have to check into that. So you participated in the Gauntlet program. What drew you or intrigued you to really join forces and participate with that program?
So we were actually introduced to the Gauntlet by Tamara Dennis from Prissy Nerd. We had her out as a vendor at our Christmas. We had Santa for Christmas for the kids because we're kid friendly. And she was out selling her jewelry and was telling me how much it helped her small business grow and that we would be a really great fit. It makes so many connections in the, community and just how it could really help us get to the next level in our business. So I checked it out and we signed up.
Yes. And it's, we work together with the Gauntlet program, Advancement Foundation, and they are phenomenal. They have such a great program and you really develop a lot. I mean, not only just your business plan, if you don't have one, mission, vision, all of the things, but what did you find was the biggest advantage for participating with the Gauntlet program?
So for us being from out of state, the best part of it was making those connections. We don't know very many people or businesses in the area. So having that connection, we're already working with Bite Me Confections to do a marshmallow and wine pairing in the future.
Oh, fun.
We now recycle all our bottles with Earth Magic Recycling, who was in the program with us. And just even like Virginia Tourism and the chambers and everyone who's so active in it and, telling us what they can do and we can do with them to help, the whole community and our business. And then also just the focus of, we jumped into this and had no business plan and we're just gonna go for it. And so to have me sit down and actually go through the process of like, these are the things that you should be thinking about. And then we're like, oh yeah, we've never actually sat down, the four of us, and talked about these things. So now we have to, so I can put it on paper and actually, focus us a little bit more than sometimes the four of us are all going in different directions and it's just utter chaos. But we pull it together in the end.
So what could you share your vision or your mission statement? Like, what did you find out that really was your heartbeat?
So it really pulled out that family was really our center. Like, I mean, wine definitely helps be the center of the family, but we strive so hard to be welcoming and all families, any age. I mean, if you're under 21, sorry, you can't try the wine, but we have, a pool table, a foosball table, we have cards and games, and we have, if you're outside, you can play. What do you guys call it? Cornhole around here, right?
Yes.
We did not. We were like, go play bags. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? But,
bags. I like it.
Yeah. The outside thing, like you can go walk in the vines. You can, we have a playground now that we built Easter weekend. So
cool.
Bring the little ones. They can play in the sandbox. And you're just hanging out and having that family vibe. And so really focusing down on being the family-centered winery.
And being together outdoors, having a great time, just enjoying, like I said, all that you have there. So what is next? So what did you find that you would develop next from being involved in the Gauntlet program?
So our big dreams, are to really update and upgrade our event center. We have, next time you're out at the winery, you walk along our path that nobody goes down right now because there's nothing out there, but there's a pond and then there's a big hill that overlooks the vineyard coming back the other direction. So we have that space.
Breathtaking.
It's beautiful. I mean, the last time I was up there was probably months ago because it's not the vines. So, I mean,
yeah. But, you don't have much time to just sit
I don't have a lot of time to really enjoy it myself, but...
So people can come, they can have some wine and get some pictures.
Absolutely. The tasting room overlooks the vines right now. So you're in this big room with all the windows. You can sit outside by the vines. You can walk in the vines. But to have the event center, right now the tasting room, the original owners converted a screened-in porch to be this space. So we don't have running water at the bar, which is kind of inconvenient at times.
Sure.
So to really revamp it and make it a functional space that we could have the bigger weddings, we could have even smaller events going on. But right now when we have events, we have to shut down the tasting room and can't keep doing tastings anymore. So to constantly juggle, well, if I shut down my event space, then I have to charge you for that. So now it's out of your price range.
Right.
But to have, a dedicated space.
What a beautiful area to have a wedding.
Yes. We've had 2 small weddings pretty. And they have been very nice. It came together really well. They're a lot of work.
Oh, yes.
But they were both, I think our brides were both very happy with, the end result.
Yeah. How everything looked. Well, I know, and there's a story behind, speaking of storybook weddings, there's a story behind Fables and Feathers.
There is.
Tell me.
Because there's a story in every Luedtke thing. So it comes back to the family. Fables and Feathers represents the family. In our family, the men talk. I mean, I'm sitting here doing all the talking, and I'll talk to you in the tasting room, but our men really talk. And they have their family stories that they bring out, every other day. And you can tell them, yeah, you told me that. And they're going to tell you again. But now, Tom has grandchildren. So a little more family friendly with the fairy tales and fables. And the women, especially my mother-in-law, have always loved birds. She's always owned parrots. We have one son, Connor, in the house right now. But she worked at the Brookfield Zoo Aviary for a little bit. Birds have always been a passion of hers, and we're all avid bird watchers. So yeah, we just, it represents the family. Plus, it's easy to say, easy to remember, and I can make really fun labels with the fables going on.
You really have done a great job with it, and I love the name, Fables and Feathers. And there is always a story behind the name.
There's always stories. We can tell you. I mean, if you come to the winery, we will talk to you. And you can ask anything. We'll tell you some stories. We'll tell you anything about what's going on at the winery and what we're up to.
Well, speaking of that, you definitely would have a great venue for storytellers.
Yes, that would be really cool.
So that will be a nice event. Maybe we'll look for that in the future. There's some great storytellers around here as well. Well, so speaking of an event, you have Oktoberfest coming up. Yes. Tell us about that.
It seems really far away because that means we're done harvesting. But Oktoberfest is going to be October 15th this year. It's a Saturday from 11 to 6. We'll have music. We have Schultz Dogs is going to be there because he has brats. Because what's Oktoberfest without some brats?
Some brats, yes.
And it's a mixed celebration of wineries across Virginia are celebrating together that their harvest is done. And we all, knock on wood, had a successful harvest, and winemaking is well underway, and everything is, ready to be dormant for the year. But also, we have a lot of German heritage in us, and the Luedtke family has always done an Oktoberfest party back home. So the combination of our family and, our new home in Virginia, and it's a big day-long party.
So much fun. So the hours it's again, you said October the 15th, Saturday, and the hours for that event?
11 to 6.
11 to 6. You definitely want to write this down on the calendar because it'll be beautiful weather. The fall is just gorgeous here. And with your backdrop, oh my goodness. Great picture time too. And you said it is free to the public. You're going to have music and food and wine. Big celebration. We want to be there.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're excited for everything that you have going on, and we certainly want to be there for you as your Chamber of Commerce and help your business grow and thrive and get the word out of everything that you're doing, including those paint classes,
nights,
paint nights. So we'll look forward to more from you. But thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to interview you today.
Thank you for having us. This is great.
And we'll look forward to hearing more from you, and we'll have you back, I'm sure, in the fall. So
sounds good.
Thanks again.
Thank you, Wendy.
Enjoy and have a great rest of your season.
You as well. Well, your season.